Hello guys, क्या हाल चाल है दिन शुरुआत. So today we will be discussing about top 25 MCQs for biochemistry. So when I talk about biochemistry, basically it has a lot of domains from which questions are asked. One is vitamins, one is from enzymes, one is from macromolecules, one is from cycles like Krebs cycle, glycolysis, HMP shunt, gluconeogenesis, urea cycle, and all, right? So, from all of these domains, the questions are being asked. So, you should be knowing about the classification of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, the different biochemical tests, Molished, Benedict, Barford, Selivanov, Felling, Tollin, Bial's, Biuretinin hydrin, Sagakuchi, Hopkin Cole, Millen, Folencio, Caldio, and then you should be knowing about the monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, what is simple lipid, compound lipid, conjugated, derived lipids. Right, so you should be knowing about the examples, classification, biochemical tests, then the properties like what are the different structures of a protein, what are the different properties like ozonization, tautomerization or enolization, correct? All those things you should be knowing. So the first question is the enzyme responsible for synthesis of DNA from RNA. So if you're synthesizing DNA from RNA, you are going opposite to the transcription. Transcription means DNA to RNA. But if it's from RNA to DNA, it is a reverse transcription. So the right answer is reverse transcriptase according to the central dogma. Which one of the following is an essential amino acids? So amino acids are of two types, essential and non-essential. Essential are not synthesized in the body and they are to be taken from the external source. So AV Hill MPTP, arginine, valine, histidine, isoleucine, leucine, methionine, proline, threonine, and tyrosine. So these are different and tryptophan. These are different kinds of essential amino acids. So the right answer is over here, valine. Proline is not an essential amino acid. Glycine is not an essential amino acid. Alanine is not an essential amino acid. Arginine is. So over here, the right answer is valine. Next, the Cori cycle. So the Cori cycle is related to liver and it is involving conversion of lactate to glucose. We all know that in glycolysis there is formation of pyruvate in aerobic condition and lactate in anaerobic condition. So the right answer over here is lactate to glucose. Which one of the following is a coenzyme? So holoenzyme is a functional unit of enzyme. It is made up of two parts, apoenzyme plus coenzyme. Now this can be either prosthetic group or any cofactor. Prosthetic group is a non-protein part, okay, while apoenzyme is a proteinaceous part of a particular holoenzyme. So the right answer here is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide NAD+. So the because this is a type of a coenzyme. In glycolysis, the enzyme hexokinase catalyzes the conversion of. So hexokinase or glucokinase is a very important enzyme of glycolysis. It converts glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. Yes, it converts glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. So, and you have aldolase enzyme, you have enolase enzyme. There are different kinds of enzymes. We have pyruvate kinase, triose phosphate isomerase. These kind of enzymes are involved in various cycles. Next, which vitamin is involved in the carboxylation reaction. So, carboxylation reaction is involved in the blood clotting, gamma dependent carboxylation, where factor 2, 7, 9, 10 are involved. So, the right answer here is vitamin K. Okay, let me know in the comment section what do you use as synonym of vitamin K. K has three forms: phylloquinone, menaquinone, menadione. K1, K2, K3. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Vitamin B12 is cyanocobalamin, and vitamin B6 is pyridoxine. Pyridoxine is contraindicated with levodopa, and it is usually prescribed with isoniazid in peripheral neuropathy-like conditions. The next question is citric acid cycle occurs in the citric acid cycle always occurs in the mitochondria, while the glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm. The next question: which one of the following is a fatty acid which is omega 3? So all your unsaturated fatty acids may linolenic acid is specifically an omega 3 fatty acid. So please note about this. The peptide bond formation between amino acids is a so the peptide bond formed is a strong bond. It is a covalent bond, right? Peptide linkage, amide linkage. This is an example of a peptide linkage where there is amide group NHCO. The main storage form of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is basically stored in the form of glycogen. Glycogen is the main storage form for carbohydrates. The next question is which enzyme is inhibited by cyanide? So cyanide is a very important inhibitor of cytochrome C oxidase. So mitochondria has different complexes, complex 1, 2, 3, 4. One is NADPH Second is succinate dehydrogenase. Then we have cytochrome B C1, and so cytochrome C oxidase is specifically inhibited by cyanide. The next is the what is the end product of purine catabolism. So purine catabolism end product is uric acid, and if this purine catabolism is altered, the uric acid is deposited and it leads to arthritis, gouty arthritis. Next up, we have which of the following is an antioxidant? Vitamin A, which is retinol, its deficiency causes night blindness. D2 and D3, ergocalciferol and cholecalciferol. The calcitriol is formed in the kidney. So D का deficiency की वजह से rickets and osteomalacia occur. E is vitamin which is antioxidant and anti-sterility. So yes, right answer is vitamin E. While E is also called as tocopherols, right? And K is a clotting factor vitamin, but it is not having antioxidant property. Then which of the following enzyme catalyzes the first step in urea cycle? Urea cycle has different components: ornithine, arginine, arginosuccinate, carbamyl phosphate. So you have different enzymes. So the first step is conversion of ornithine to carbamyl phosphate. So in this we need carbamyl phosphate synthetase, whereby the carbamyl phosphate is formed. The major form of stored energy in the body is the major form of stored energy in which most kilocalories of energy is obtained is from fats or lipids. That is why we say that when people are on diet, they do not you do not have to control your fat content. You have to avoid LDL levels, those foods that have high amounts of trans fats or that have high amounts of cholesterolic fat. So some amount of fats is required in our body for ATP production. Moving on, we have which of the following amino acids is aromatic. So when I talk about aromatic amino acids, we have arginine, we have tyrosine, tryptophan, and phenylalanine. So here phenylalanine is the right answer. Glycine and alanine are aliphatic amino acids, while serine is a hydroxyl containing amino acid. Moving on, hemoglobin is an example of which kind of protein structure. So hemoglobin is a heme and globin. It has a metalloporphyrin ring and it is a quaternary type of a protein structure. Then which of the following is a function not a function of cholesterol? Cholesterol is a precursor for steroid hormones. Absolutely, it is involved in bile acids. It is involved in a lot of different steroid hormone production like estrogen and androgenic compounds. It's a component of cell membrane. It's a precursor for bile acids, but it is not a storage form of energy. So the right answer is source of energy. The next question that we have is the enzyme that breaks down hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. So when H2O2 is broken down into H2O and O2, the enzyme involved is catalase. The enzyme involved is catalase. Catalase converts this conversion of peroxides into water and oxygen. Moving on, in electron transport chain, which complex is inhibited by rotenone? Rotenone is obtained from fish. Please note, rotenone is obtained from fish. So this inhibits NADPH complex, which is complex 1. And the next question is, which of the following the pentase phosphate pathway is important for production? So it is important in the production of nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate hydrogenase. One NADP produces 3 ADP molecules, while one FADP produces 2 ATP molecules. Which amino acid is a precursor for serotonin? So when I talk about serotonin, it's a very important neurotransmitter. The tryptophan, 5-hydroxytryptophan, and then finally 5-hydroxytryptamine, which is serotonin. And from serotonin, there is formation of melatonin, right? Which is secreted from the pineal gland and is involved in chronopharmacology. So the right answer over here is tryptophan. Moving on, which of the following enzyme is not involved in the DNA replication? So when you talk about not involved, DNA helicase, it's involved because it is involved DNA unwinding protein, rep protein, or helicase enzyme. This is having synonym of DNA unwinding protein. Then we have primase. So RNA primase is addition for RNA primers. So you need primers for the formation of a new strand. Then we have DNA ligase. Of course, you need to stick the fragments or stick the two ends. So there are Okazaki fragments and all. RNA polymerase is the right answer because RNA polymerase is not involved in replication at all. It is involved in RNA production, right? So over here, so the right answer will be D. Then the next question and the last question for today: which of the following is a major role of cytochrome enzymes? So the cytochrome enzymes are basically involved in the metabolic functions. So there are phase 1 and phase 2 reactions, which is called as functionalization and conjugation reactions. So you have oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis, acetylation, methylation, sulfation. So the right answer is metabolism of drug. So that's it for today's video. I hope this video was informative to all of you all and you all would have learned a lot about it. Thank you so much. Do like and subscribe my channel for more such upcoming videos.